Hello everybody and welcome to another Town of Salem gameplay video. Today we're back to Ranked. Ranked is back. Unfortunately, I have to play on the good old browser version because the Steam version's kind of broken-ish a little bit right now. So every time I put my mouse up there, you're going to see blankmediasgame.com is now full screen pop up. I'm on Chrome, but, you know, it's just annoying. Anyway, we're playing as the Godfather, and this is a pretty cool game. This is definitely a game that is a little bit tilted towards one side or another. I'm not going to tell you what side it is. There's some luck, but there's also some really pretty decent plays in here that I think, hopefully, you'll enjoy watching. So, right off the bat, something that I suggest to a lot of people is talk to your fellow Mafia members as to what your claim is going to be. So, right here, I'm Fever, and I am claiming Doc, by the way. Don't want to claim Bodyguard, because Bodyguard's a super common claim for Godfather to make, and I don't want to be like super particularly obvious right here. So we're gonna go ahead and just stick with the Doc for now. That way I can claim that I self-heal in case I do get attacked by SK and call that at some point. But I don't necessarily have to worry about that. Also, you don't really. Oops, sorry about that, guys. You don't really want to kill a doctor claim if you can't help to. That being said, as we find out really quickly here, there is in fact a serial killer in the game, which makes my doctor claim a little bit on the weaker side. So I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it at this point. I'm just kind of thinking, all right, well, serial killer killed Bodyguard. Lookout visited the veteran who actually claimed veteran and said they were alerting. No idea why Lookout actually went to visit them. Maybe they thought that they were actually just like not vet baiting, and I don't know. I don't know what they thought they were, but Lookout made a pretty poor decision right there. And what we also did, we got our kill as well. Our kill, Chu Chu Wang, was an investigator. So, investigator and Lookout down, Bodyguard down as well. This is a good start. This is a real solid start for Town right now. Considering the role list, our next real big threat, we have two big threats right now at this point, and that's Jailer and Serial Killer. But that's really basically it. Escort can't really do much to us if there's an escort in here. Of course, there could be Retributionist, and that could be a pain in the butt. No real big push as if there's an Executioner, but that doesn't mean there isn't one out there. And well, to talk about the chat a little bit, though, Miss Magic Molly says that they are, in fact, they were jailed last night. So because they were jailed, I go ahead and, trying to feel towny, say, so Magic Molly is not SK. So just kind of helping to add a little bit of conversation to it. Generally speaking, as Mafia, you don't want to add anything helpful. You want to kind of distract people. And Fish helps me and says, could still be Mafia. So I said, could for sure. So, and then there's not really too much else that goes on except for Fesh is saying, I'm confirmed Town. My mafioso, who must not have been paying enough attention quite, says, how are you confirmed? So I explained that Fesh claimed veteran and somebody died to an alert and nobody counterclaimed vet. So they're basically confirmed. They have done the fact of confirming themselves. That being said, they have to take control in order to actually make this function well. So good start for Mafia though, and a good start for SK2 if you want to consider it that way. Now SK's desire at this point is going to be to kill Mafia, because they've already gotten there's 3 Town dead, and Town have fallen off at quite a rate. There's also still neutral evil, so Town wants to kill Mafia. Town could kill SK2 probably if they had a jailer involved with it. Point being, SK wants to hunt us down right now if things are going well. So we're asking if there's any information from Reconsig. There doesn't seem to be anything from them, and we decide to just attack some basically fairly relatively random person based upon not speaking a lot, based upon being quiet on the first day, which in my indication tends to be somebody who is either an important town role or jailer. It doesn't, or evil. They could also be SK, but jailer tends to stay pretty quiet. Super important town roles like Doctor, Bodyguard tend to stay pretty quiet, and so does like SK and other neutral killings, and also to a degree Mafia. But since I'm Mafia, I know that person's not Mafia. So we killed Denares, and it's Denares and it's Bodyguard. Wonderful, nicely done. This is looking awfully darn fine for us right now. Bodyguards are down. Now that does, however, weaken my doctor claim. So at this point, I'm like, well, shoot, it's in there, but I may not be able to make the claim anyway. Let's see who else dies. Escort the medium. No information in their will. Okay. Is this actually medium or is this the neutral evil here? It is the medium. Wonderful. That sounds good to us. So at this point, we're kind of looking at the game and going, all right, we're so close right now to a victory already. Because we have actually, with evil, majority. All we really need to do at this point is find SK and kill him. Oh, and the jailer, to keep them from killing us off. I'm trying to pocket Fish here now a little bit. Fish, I whispered to Fish, I think you and I are about the last towns. Anyone else you trust? I'm trying to play them because I don't want to be the person voted up right now. I want to have kind of like the pressure off of me. So, and then I tell him we need to get SK and Mafia attacking each other ASP. I'm trying to feel him out, hoping perhaps that he can either pick on somebody himself, since he is the confirmed town. It'll seem less suspicious if he does it. And we can find the jailer or the SK then. Either way, we would be able to use that to kill them the next night, or SK would die immediately. And basically give us majority right there. Alright, but now apparently my mafioso claimed Vigi. That's a very common mafioso claim. And then somebody else, who was it? Somebody else, oh, I think a guy, my other mafia, claimed doctor. And I told him that one of you is lying. So I'm actually pinging both of my mafia at this time. And my mafia kind of gets a little bit upset with me with it, and I don't blame him. But basically what I'm just trying to do is I'm trying to pocket myself into the veterans kind of pocket. And I want it to be as suspicious looking as possible. In addition, SK is less likely to attack somebody who looks suspicious than somebody who looks innocent. SK wants to attack somebody who doesn't want to attack somebody who's likely to be lynched. But then again, this late in the game, they may be attacking just about anybody who might be Mafia. So, either way, trying to just kind of keep people confused as we move forward. We decide to attack the next person who I think is potentially Townie, which is Magic Molly. Hoping the Magic Molly might be a vocal jailer, because they were definitely Townie feeling. I did not imagine them to be SK, and we don't want to find SK right now. We really actually don't want to find SK. Fish asked me, what are you again? I never claimed. See, I never claimed to Fish, and I did that on purpose. I could have claimed, but I wanted to leave myself open in case things changed. And at this point, things have changed. Now, we have majority. Mafia has majority. I cannot be put up. Unless my Mafia votes on me. Unfortunately, D-Wick, who we did find out was Witch, was killed by jailer last night. It's looking real good for Mafia. But there's still, potentially, every night, 2 of us could die. 1 to jailer and 1 to SK. It's not over yet. There's still a veteran there. There's still a jailer. Jailer's got 2 kills left. It's not impossible for us to lose this game, although it's looking real solid. Alright, so, what do? I claim to Fish that I'm the one that just killed the witch. In other words, I claim jailer. I tell him to keep his mouth shut. I'm gonna try. I claim jailer, which I am not. And I told him, shh, don't say anything though. I'm trying. I don't want him to ask who's jailer in chat, because somebody else might come up and say something, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get killed. At this point, it's my job and Mafia's job to try to find the serial killer or the jailer. Either one will do. So I picked the most quiet person. In theory, I actually want to kill this SK, because whoever's not the SK is the jailer, so that's good enough. And the jailer we can kill at night. So I'm hoping to find SK here. I kind of let these guys go back and forth a little bit. Our Fesh, the veteran, and our mafioso, who he's pushing on very hard. It's pretty obvious that at this point that Royal M is in fact Mafia of some sort. I then go ahead and say, boom, Big Bick has not said a single thing. So let's hear it, bud. What's your role, huh? And I'm just hoping, don't say jailer, because it's not that it's gonna be horrible, but I'd rather just silently kill the SK and then kill the jailer at night with nobody being any the wiser. That would be the best thing for us to happen right now. So, ask the role. Fesh says they're not alerting tonight. Big Bick's not saying anything. I go ahead and push. I don't think it matters at this point who we actually get up or who we're voting on, because Mafia has literally the 4 majority. So we just Mafia vote up Big Bick. At this point, you know that Big Bick is not Mafia. Now, Town's only chance would have been actually right here to kill Mafia, but or to kill a serial killer. Actually, no. I'm sorry. I was right the first time. Their best chance would have been to kill a Mafia member, in particular, probably Godfather Mafioso. That way, between the jailer jailing and the SK, they could potentially even the scores up a little itty bitty bit. Not much though. It would have been very hard for Town to win that. It was definitely either Mafia or SK game. But he goes ahead and claims escort. Well, I haven't heard of a single person being escorted this whole game, and escort is not possible considering the role list and what we're claiming. At this point, I think Fesh still thinks that I'm actually the jailer. I'm not. But I don't know if they know this yet. Big says that they are SK, which is nice for us. We're happy with that right there. And I go ahead and whisper to 10. I don't know if I'm going to be jailed or not tonight, or if he will. I whisper to 10 then. One of us with killing power, Mafioso, Godfather, the two people that can kill at night if one of them is roadblocked, as long as there's both alive. And then Fesh says Devrim claimed jailer. And then I just said, got him, thanks. But I don't know if they believe me or not necessarily. Now, it just so happens that our vigilante was hauled off to jail, not myself, but I told them to kill number 14 anyway, just in case it was me who was pulled off. I want to make sure that somebody knew what was going on, and don't attack the vet claim, because it's still potential they could actually hit something here. And we could be in trouble after all if that's the case. So, this game still could have been potentially a loss. It would have been quite the play by Jailer if it had happened, though. And we would have had to play very silly in order for it to happen that way. And particularly would have had to attack the vet that was alerted. So we said in chat, unfortunately, this doesn't seem like this is going to be a perfect Mafia game for the first ever ranked game back. But it is going to be a very near perfect Mafia game. Devrim, the jailer, killed last night by the Mafia. And Royal, the mafioso, killed by the jailer. You know what? Fair enough. Fair enough. Stick around though, guys, because the end screen has changed, and I wanted to show you this as well. But so Devrim, the jailer, Dez's doorknob. Bummer for him. And then our buddy, the mafioso Royal, is also executed by the jailer. Well, the good news is we have entire Mafia control. The last person left is a veteran, not a Vigi. We don't have to worry about anything at all. We just lynch during the day, and everything is right as rain. Not bad for the first game. I think that my claim for jailer was a little bit bold, but you know what? Heck, if it's stupid but it works, it ain't that stupid. I kind of saw it from the Mighty Jingles. Anyway, not a big deal. That was a good game, very strong game for Town. Fesh said there was no chance, but there were several moments when there was actually a chance. And I have a feeling that although I don't believe Mafia was jailed, to be truthful, we did get quite lucky there. We killed a lot of towns, and SK didn't find us early enough. One thing that I want to remind you guys is that when you are playing as a neutral killing role, and you're playing against 4 Mafia, you gotta really think it through and determine which one is going to be more important to kill. Do I kill a townie, a serial killer, or do I kill a Mafia, serial killer? After the first night when 3 towns were dead, serial killers should have been on the hunt. They should have been saying to them, bodyguard, lookout, and vest down. Those are my biggest fears except for jailer and sheriff. So I want to go ahead and kill a Mafia, maybe even 2, and keep the game a little bit closer so when late game comes around, they may not have the votes to get me up and kill me. We did. We were able to vote up Big all by ourselves because we had 4 Mafia alive. If he'd kill one of us, we could have been in big trouble that night. Serial killer could have killed one of us, and then it would be 2 to 1 serial killer to 2 towns, etc. So we got a little bit lucky. Definitely had people, a lot of town was dying. There wasn't a ton of investigative results that was after the first night. There was 2 spies there, but they did nothing all game. Another little tip, guys. When you have information, you got to use the information. We had a consig, we had disguiser, and we had our mafioso going out every night. That's 3 visits every night, and 2 spies were watching, and they didn't say a darn word. So, just in terms of simplicity here, keep in mind, guys, when you're in an important role, when you're a town investigative role, sometimes you got to speak up. My gut feeling is that Ranked is going to be a little bit easy for a little while. A lot of people who are new to the game, who never played Rank, are going to be excited to get in there and play it. And I don't blame them. But I think it's going to be a little bit on the easy side for the short first couple bits of time. So, hey, if you're a good player, you're going to love it. If you're a bad player or a new player, it'll be fair for you. But it may not be fair for you for long as the more experienced players kind of get back into our normal roles. So, that's it. The Mafia wins card is a little bit messed up looking right now. Don't know what that is. If you go ahead and return to the homepage, here's the new end of game lobby. Tells you how many plays and games you played. Tells you your merit points, your wins, loss, and draws. Looks nice up there, but it's kind of bare bones in the middle here. And then you got all of your roles and names over here. And then chat over there as usual. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you guys for the next gameplay video. I do both Coven and Ranked. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, the like button, and leave a comment. Peace out.